How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
About Joey Bosa. Let's talk about the man that just got released by the LA Chargers. Guys, Joey Bosa was a 5-time Pro Bowler defensive end for the LA Chargers in his 9-year career. By the LA Chargers releasing Joey Bosa saves them $25 million in cap space. But the question we want to ask ourselves is, where does Joey Bosa end up? Where does he end up? Does he stay in the AFC West? Does he travel to the NFC side? Does he do a little bit of this? Where does he end up at the end of the day? As the LA Chargers head into free agency as one of the NFL's richest teams, they have $90.6 million in cap space after the release of Joey Bosa. So they're not in cap hell by any stretch of the imagination. Joey Bosa was just injured and hurt and just overpaid, right? And actually, this free agent period has already begun for the Chargers. They have signed safety Elijah Molden to a 3-year, $18.75 million deal, locking him one of the starter safeties before the new league year begins on March 12th. Now, Joey Bosa is now a free agent for the first time in his career after being released by the LA Chargers, which is a cost-cutting move of $25.3 million in salary cap space. As we said, Joey Bosa was a 3rd overall pick in the 2016 NFL draft and had spent his entire career in for the Chargers, not in LA because they're at San Diego for a little time, whatever, yada, yada, yada. He has earned 5 Pro Bowl bids and being named 2016 Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now, Joey Bosa has dealt with injuries in recent years, missing 23 games since 2022, but played 14 games in 2024, recording 5 sacks. So now, obviously, injuries suck. Being 9 years in the league sucks. Being released for the first time in your career sucks. Being a free agent for the first time in your career sucks. But I think there's going to be a market out there for Joey Bosa. Where do you guys think that Joey Bosa could possibly end up? And the first thing, when I searched Joey Bosa's potential landing spots, the first thing that came up was San Francisco 49ers. And I'm thinking, he's got a brother there. The 49ers seem to be the most obvious option, and it would pair him up with his older brother, Nick Bosa, right? They've never played together. Their mama, her name's not Mama Bosa. I don't know her last name. But Joey Bosa has expressed interest in playing with his brother Nick, and their mom supports the idea. Of course, mom is going to support the idea, right? The 49ers have defensive depth, allowing Joey Bosa to be a rotational player, which may reduce injury risk. So it's all positive for Joey Bosa to join the San Francisco 49ers. It is all positive. You get to play with your older brother. You get to rotate in and out, maybe just be a 3rd down specialist or a 2nd and long specialist, right? Reducing injuries, and you get to just do 100% and pin those ears back, right? Both brothers come on the outside. Ooh, baby, look out. But there are other teams that make a little bit more sense. The Chicago Bears. We spoke on them last night. We know that they need an edge rusher. They need a defensive end. Hell, they need everybody underneath the sun besides 2 offensive linemen now. The Bears are building a playoff contending team as of right now. They've already made some key moves. Pairing Joey Bosa up with Montez Sweat would give the Chicago a strong pass rushing duo. Not only would Joey Bosa probably not even be the number 1 guy on that team, he would get a lot of single coverages, and I can see him getting 10, 11, 12 sacks in that Chicago Bears defense. Now, injuries might play a risk still in Chicago. Get a little colder, maybe not quite doing so well on the win record side. Your sprained ankle hurts just a little bit more, right? So obviously the Chicago Bears make sense. And then every team in the NFC South makes sense. The Saints have a new defensive coordinator, Brandon Stanley. He's familiar with Brandon Stanley. Let's just be honest. And they need some experienced pass rushers. The Panthers need everybody. The Falcons need pass rushing help, but may struggle with the salary cap, so money might be a little bit of issue. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, despite having a solid pass rush, adding Bosa could improve their defense, especially given their recent struggles last season. But the team that makes the most sense in my mind, besides every NFC team out there, it seems like all the NFC South teams, the Chicago Bears, the San Francisco 49ers, the team that makes the most sense is the Detroit Lions. Let's just be honest. The team that makes the most sense is the Detroit Lions. The Lions need a pass rusher after Aiden Hutchinson injury. We don't know how Aiden Hutchinson is going to come back in 2025. We expect him to be 100%. We expect him to be what he once was. We expect him to be the man, the myth, the legend that he could be. But what if he's not? Joey Bosa is a nice plan B. Team him up with Jadarius Smith and McNeil and the rest of that defense. It could be a recipe for disaster. It could be much like the San Francisco 49ers, a nice little rotation happening, right? And then with Marcus Davenport set to hit free agency, Bosa could be a cost-effective option for Detroit. Now, since Joey Bosa was released, not cut, not waived, not ever, he can sign immediately. So starting today, March 6th, ahead of the free agency on March 12th, he can sign right now for any team that he wants. No waivers, none of this process. He can sign right now. So guys, where do you think Joey Bosa should end up? Where do you think Joey Bosa is going to play in the 2025 NFL season? If I am a betting man, which I am not, I partake in some parlays every now and then. But Joey Bosa to the Detroit Lions makes the most sense. They have a lot of cap space. They have room to add depth. And they like to have injury-plagued players. So bring them on, right? So the Detroit Lions. So guys, the question that I got to ask you guys is, where do you think Joey Bosa ends up after being cut by the Los Angeles Chargers just the other day? Old Man River says the Raiders have cap space. It would be nice to him to have. It would also be nice to him to come to the Motor City. The Raiders have cap space, John, for a reason, right? The Raiders have cap space for a reason, because they're not very good. They're not very good. Now, we're going to be talking about the Raiders here momentarily. They have some key pieces on the defensive side. But I'm not for sure Joey Bosa really moves that needle one way or the other. Yeah, he'd be a nice little depth piece, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but I'm not for sure Joey Bosa makes it in Las Vegas. I think ideally he goes to an NFC team like the Detroit Lions. Jim Powell says Bosa is an issue. Always tore up and always uncontrollable temper, which is spot on. However, I had a debate with somebody earlier in the chat on our Facebook.com/man-hour groups here, right? When I posted that Joey Bosa was released, they said, hey, he is always injured. He's this, whatever, yada, yada, yada. It's time for him to move on. You know, another player that was always injured, always tore up, and could never stay on the field for more than 3 games at a time? CMC. He was traded mid-year, was injured at the time, went to San Francisco, somehow passed the physical. Guess he wasn't too injured, right? Played the rest of that season. Helped them go to the Super Bowl. The following year was the man, the myth, the legend, made the cover of the Madden game. Was it Madden 23, right? Now, obviously, he was injured all this year with those double Achilles tendonitis or whatever it was, right? But sometimes a little new water strengthens those bones a little bit. Sometimes some fresh scenery, some fresh air. Granted, Detroit doesn't have very fresh air, but you get what I'm saying. Sometimes just seeing that new environment gets you a little bit of energized again. Gets a little smoke underneath your boots, per se, right? Maybe that's what he needs. Maybe. And James says, Bosa's always hurt, though. He is hurt. He is hurt a lot. Let's fix the screen here. He is hurt. He's hurt, and it definitely sucks. But when you're in LA, not very good. Yeah, they made the playoffs last season, but you know what? They still didn't really have a chance. You go to a team that's a contender, the Detroit Lions, potentially the Chicago Bears, let's say the Buccaneers. Injuries heal a little bit faster. Injury heals a little bit faster. And James says, whoa, whoa, whoa. Bosa would be dangerous, would be crazy. James, you are exactly right. Now, I don't have an older brother or a younger brother. I wish I had a younger brother or an older brother, or just like I have a sister, but like I would dream of playing with the sibling when I get to like a college level or the higher level, right? Now, I have 2 boys. They have played on the same team several times because my youngest is going to probably be a stud little athlete. He is playing up, right? He's playing up with his older brother. Right now, they kind of butt heads a little bit. We have now separated them. But once they get to high school and to college and maybe even beyond, as a parent, it is going to melt my heart seeing them on the field at the same time, interacting, getting excited, just having a good time. And how about this? How about winning, right? And we forget, yes, the San Francisco 49ers had a down year last year. Yes, they were plagued by injuries most of the season. But their defense is still pretty damn good. They still got Leonard Floyd, Hargrave, Nick Bosa, Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner, Shadarius Ward, which is probably going to be a free agent and walk away, right? They still have a lot of talent on the San Francisco 49ers defense. And a player like Joey Bosa, it's just the rich get richer, like at that point. And you guys are familiar with my man Jameson here, right? He is a 49ers fan. Although he's saying he's boycotting the NFL and he's never watching the NFL again, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, whatever, right? If his 49ers get Joey Bosa, I bet you the day they're signed, he is on this live in here talking shit. Joey Bosa would definitely move the needle in 49ers land in San Francisco, but I still think Detroit Lions is the way to go. Jim says, bring that ass here, boy. Meaning San Francisco. Sorry, Las Vegas, my bad. Bring that ass here to Las Vegas, says Jim. Crosby can be more of a Grade Lloyd type of player. When you look at that Las Vegas Raiders roster, Jim, we did not get to see the full effect of the roster last season. You are, let's just be flat out honest about that. When they signed Christian Wilkins from the Miami Dolphins last season, I don't think he played one game. He got injured like pre-season, right? I was excited to see him on the field. We did not get to see that. Let's just be honest. As a Kansas City Chiefs fan, if I see Max Crosby, Christian Wilkins, Joey Bosa, Spillane, Diablo, Jack Jones, Marcus Epps, all on that defensive side of the ball, all of a sudden I'm thinking, oh man, maybe this isn't quite as easy as a cakewalk as it usually is. Granted, the Raiders always play up to their competition and down to their competition, but maybe Joey Bosa makes them play up more. Maybe not play as down, right? The more I think about it, the Raiders make sense, right? The Raiders do make sense, right? I mean, I guess I'm just being a homer and I don't want to see it. Old Man River says he's playing in the West where it's warm. Cold weather, he'd be more injury prone. Well, Old Man River, the Detroit Lions play in a dome. The Minnesota Vikings play in a dome. He would probably really want to play 2 outdoor cold games next season, meaning the Packers and the Bears game, and more than likely they'll play them early in the season at said fields. Just saying. Jim says, or you can send Joey Bosa to Dallas to try to stop the run behind your boy. My boy beating Micah Parsons. Well, let's just be honest, Jim. Micah Parsons doesn't like to stop the run. Micah Parsons is scared to stop the run. I've said you guys this many, many times. How do you defeat Micah Parsons? How do you do well against Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys defense? You run at Micah Parsons. He's going to ole you. He's going to be like, oh, I'm too scared, baby. I'm scared. Stop it, Buck. Stop running at me. Now, Joey Bosa could potentially chase down the backside of the play. But at that point, it's probably too late. Probably too late. And where we talk about the Dallas Cowboys coming up here, Jerry Jones doesn't want to do any of that. My man Drew's in the chat says, howdy, Buck. What's up, Drew? Long time no see, buddy. Long time no see. We were off for a couple weeks. We're back. We're kind of get the mojo back. This is what the 5th day back. Trying to get the rust off. So what's up, Drew? Glad you're here, man. Be sure to hit that like button if you guys haven't hit the like button already. And also share this with a couple friends because sharing is caring at the end of the day. So please share this live stream. And James says, spot on with Detroit. He says, spot on with Detroit. James, I don't like it when we agree on things. James, when we agree on things, we are both wrong, my man. So hopefully the Detroit Lions, hopefully the Detroit Lions do not get richer by adding Joey Bosa, but it does make sense. And Drew says, whoa, slow it down, baby. Are we not seeing the obvious picture out there? Are we not seeing the team with the most cap space? Are we not seeing the team out there with the most needs? Are we not seeing the team with the new head coach and the defense that's in the New England Patriots? Drew, as Joey Bosa would be a perfect fit in New England with Mike Vrabel's defense, because it is going to be a Mike Vrabel's defense more than likely. The Patriots defense wasn't that bad last season. I don't think they need to add Joey Bosa. The Patriots are worried about the offensive side of the ball. The Patriots are worried about, hey, we just need offensive help. We need a quarterback. We need a running back. We need a receiver. We need offensive line. Then we need some more offensive line. Then we need another running back and probably another receiver and maybe a backup quarterback because their offensive line still sucks. I think the Patriots are worried about offense right now, just to keep up with the Bills and Dolphins. Let's just be honest. Jim says, or Bosa can recycle business with Hunter Renfrow. I don't know what you mean by that. Does Hunter Renfrow have some type of recycling business? If he does, that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know.
Looking for excitement? Chumba Casino is here. Play anytime, play anywhere. Play on the train, play at the store, play at home, play when you're bored. Play today for your chance to win and get daily bonuses when you log in. So what are you waiting for? Don't delay. Chumba Casino is free to play.
Experience social gameplay like never before. Go to Chumba Casino right now to play hundreds of games, including online slots, bingo, Slingo, and more. Live the Chumba life at ChumbaCasino.com.